Hello Scorpio, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of December, December 16th all the way through the 31st. I absolutely cannot believe how fast this year has flown, Scorpio. It's absolutely crazy. But this is a general love and life reading for you guys, so it's not going to resonate with every single Scorpio tuning in. Please do take from it whatever makes sense for you, your situation, your relationship, and release what does not resonate. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, Scorpio, as well as a list of all of the card decks that I use for my readings. All right, guys? So if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I always like to start off with a couple of focus messages from two different decks usually, and this time for the second half of the month, I'm being guided to use three. And I've really been wanting to incorporate, and I'm being guided to actually use this time around. It's called WTF is the Problem. It is by Fire Witch Tarot. This deck tells it like it is, and you'll see why when the messages come forward, depending, of course, on what comes forward. But, if you're one to be offended by profanity, this deck is definitely not one that you're going to love, but it definitely addresses the problem of a situation, of a relationship, certainly. So let's see what comes forward, and then we'll tap into a message from the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive, and All Things Intuitive's other deck, Messages of Love Oracle cards. So I'm going to set these guys aside first, and let's tap into this one, and let's see what comes forward. So angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. Let's take a look, guys, and see. WTF is the problem here? What's weighing you down? What is overwhelming your life, your love life? Let's see what needs to come through for the collective this time around. Let me grab one. I'm guided to this one. Ooh, don't let them take your power. So you guys actually got a pretty tamed version of one of these cards. The other signs weren't as lucky. Don't let them take your power. Okay, so this is coming through for some of you guys, especially if you've been allowing someone to take advantage of you in some way, or perhaps you feel that you are literally giving them your power in your life, even in a love connection. So let's see how that plays a part in this reading. So let's grab an additional focus message from this deck, the Hidden Truth Oracle, and let's see what else needs to come through here for an additional focus message for you, Scorpio. All right, I'm guided to this one. I regret lying to you. I forget which reading I did earlier, and this card came through as well. Somebody's been lying to you, Scorpio, being deceptive, dishonest. Okay, so let's see how the other cards tie into that, and then let's grab a couple messages from this deck to complete our focus messages for this reading. So angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. Please bring forward a couple of additional focus messages for Scorpio from this deck. I'm guided to this one. Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship, especially if they've been lying to you, Scorpio, whether you know that or not. If you know it, then this decision might actually be a lot easier than it needs to be. Let's grab one more. Some of you guys are longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you, or it's certainly the person that you're thinking about for this reading. If you guys are in separation from each other, there is that longing vibration. You guys are possibly yearning for each other, missing each other, wanting each other. All right, so let's continue and let's see how this all unfolds for you, Scorpio, for this reading. This is the Mystic Moon Oracles. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please bring forward whatever messages need to come through for the second half of December. Let's take a look and see, Scorpio, what else needs to come through for this reading. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please, or for my cross watchers as well. Anybody guided to tune in and watch. Hopefully this resonates with you. Somebody's afraid. I do tap into divine masculine energy usually with that card, but it is just energy, so it can be for both male and female. But somebody's afraid here. Either you're afraid, Scorpio, or the person that you're thinking about for this reading is coming through with fear. And if you're afraid of the direction that this connection has been going, or some other aspect of your life where you are fearful or afraid to go after something, I feel it's tied into this card. You know, don't let them take your power. Don't be afraid. Don't let this fear overtake you or overwhelm you. The next card is cycles. Something needs to phase out or come to its completion, go through its cycles. Perhaps the next cycle or the next phase of this connection or the next phase of your life, Scorpio, is to finally decide about a particular relationship that you're focused on for this reading. Especially if you guys are in separation and you've been missing this person, you've been longing for them. Part of the reason why you guys are in separation might have to do with lies and deceit and manipulation. It could have been third-party situations as well, infidelity, however way that is presenting itself for you. You know, when somebody's lying to you, they're being dishonest and deceptive in some way. But there's still love here. That flame that is in that photo, for me, taps into a divine counterpart, a twin flame connection, certainly, for some of you. We do have that victim card coming through. Somebody feeling like they are a victim in all this. Somebody who is feeling bound or tied down or tied to a situation or a person. And I can't help but feel that this victim card might also have something to do with being afraid, lies, manipulation, deception, dishonesty. We've got somebody who is in a dark space, that dark night of the soul. Again, I'm feeling it could be my divine masculines here who are in that dark energy. Could be my divine masculines as well, who has been lying, who has been dishonest, possibly to the divine feminine. That could be contributing to the reason why this pause card is coming forward. There is no movement here for now, I feel. You guys are in separation. You're not talking right now, more than likely. But here we go again with that bound energy. That's the devil energy in traditional tarot, typically. That could be Capricorn for some of you guys. The person that you are thinking about could be a Capricorn. That is the devil energy in traditional tarot. Bondage, restriction, stagnation. You know, very similar energies to this victim card as well. Victim and bound, tied down to a person or a connection. It's almost got that codependent nature to it, a toxic type vibration coming forward from a particular connection that you may have involved yourself in, Scorpio. And that might have something to do with third-party situations or karmic partnerships here. This next card is confirming that you guys are not together. There is a separation that has happened here. I do gravitate towards interpreting this as the Three of Swords usually. In tarot, threes tap into communication. Three of Swords is heartbreak over a separation. This is a broken heart here. Falling right below devotion. It's broken. This heart is broken because there was legitimate love here between the two of you. And for my divine feminines, I feel some of you guys have chosen to go in a different direction. You have refocused elsewhere. It could have been my divine feminines who distanced themselves from a divine masculine who was operating from this dark night of the soul energy, who is in a dark space, who is in a place of fear, maybe afraid to tell the truth, or afraid to make a decision one way or another. And I feel for some of my divine feminines, you just couldn't hold on long enough. It was time to go. But energetically, you might still be feeling bound to this person because the love was real. You guys actually have a very strong bond with each other. So energetically, vibrationally, you're still feeling this magnetic pull to this person, even though you guys are in separation. Even though you've decided to find a different path for yourself and move on. But you're still wanting this person still. You're still longing for this individual. Yearning. And as that card states, secretly yearning. You don't want this person to know that you're still wanting them. That could be reversed as well, or they don't want you to know. Okay, so take it for how it makes sense for you. You guys are still communicating in the fifth dimension. Still communicating there in the 5D. But the desire to eventually come back into the 3D could still potentially be here because the devotion card is being represented. If you are resonating with a twin flame connection, you and this person are mirroring each other. This person represents the other half of your soul. They are your true energetic counterpart. They are your one and only twin flame. You can have many soulmates in this lifetime, but you can only have one twin flame. That is what's coming through here. Understanding. That's the next card. There ultimately has to be a mutual understanding between the two of you in order to create movement towards coming back together. Part of that understanding could create healing of that broken heart here. Being able to finally be on the same page instead of two people who have varying degrees of understanding and a connection, and you guys are wanting to communicate, or you guys are talking to each other rather than really sitting down and listening to the other person, listening to each other. That's a very different conversation of talking to somebody that's just wanting to get their point across and they're not really listening to you. So for this understanding to come from a good place, you guys have to meet each other halfway and be able to compromise and actually listen to each other so that you can create healing towards healing this broken heart and coming back together if that's something that you're both wanting. But right now, what I'm feeling, some of you guys have decided to walk away and refocus your life elsewhere. We've got the mute card coming through here. So no communication. More than likely, you guys are not talking at this time. And that's why this longing energy is here, because you guys are in separation. You're not interacting. More than likely, you guys are missing each other, still thinking about each other because the love is still there. Admired is coming through here as well. You guys admire each other still. There are parts about you, Scorpio, and parts of this person you're thinking about for this reading where there are aspects of that person that you're still into and they're still into you. And that's why you guys are still thinking about each other. That's why that flame is still going. And you're still being pulled to this person, even though you're not together. And that's where that bound energy is. So it might be a little bit of an unhealthy bound energy that is connecting you to this person, Scorpio, because it can come through as a little bit obsessive sometimes, almost a little bit stalkish. That's for some of you guys. And part of that devil energy too is you still have love for the person that you're in separation from and you want to start over. And look at this next card here. Return. The desire to reconcile, the desire for two people to come back together. Divine timing. It's going to take time here, guys. You have to have patience. We've got the divine feminine coming through here as well, wanting to be heard in this reading. And for my divine feminines, as I indicated, it may have been my divine feminines who chose to either end things, walk away, cut off ties, stop communication, and just silenced yourself. And it's my divine masculine who's afraid to come forward, to make a decision, to approach you, possibly if you happen to be divine feminine. But this is coming forward telling me that they want you back. And since I do tap into twin flame energy from this, you guys are mirroring each other more than likely, which means that you want them back too. We now have the soulmate card being represented here as well. So whoever doesn't identify with a twin flame bond, soulmates are now being indicated here. So for some of you, the person you're thinking about for this reading could be a soulmate. Pay attention to the signs that are surrounding you at this time, Scorpio. It's trying to grab your attention. But right now, there is a barrier that is preventing the two of you from coming back together. That's just a part of the journey here. Divine timing is at play here, Scorpio. So it's going to take time to see movement towards reconciliation. But if the desire is there equally from both of you, this can actually manifest in a reunion, despite the fact that you're not together right now. Even though you guys are not talking or even seeing each other or interacting in any way, shape, or form. I feel for those of you wanting to get out of the 5D and into the 3D realm, you can. You can make that happen if the desire is equal from both of you. Okay, so let's add to this. Let me move these guys up just so I have a little bit more room here. Got so many cards. Okay, let's add to this with Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. What else do we have to know at this time? What else needs to come through for this reading for Scorpio for the second half of December? Please bring forward additional messages for Scorpio at this time. Okay, we've got the Judgment card coming through. That is Karma Review. Okay, so part of that Judgment card is tapping into fire energy, which is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. That might be the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Scorpio. This is a rebirth. This is a spiritual awakening. This is a resurrection, a renewal. So this is telling me that a reconciliation between the two of you is definitely possible because there is transformation that's happening here. It's going to take time, but there is transformation, changes that are happening here. It might be slow going, but it is happening. A new phase is coming forward for you and this person, Scorpio. And I feel that goes back to the cycles. Something needs to come to completion. The next phase needs to come in, but something needs to phase out first in order for that next phase to come in. And part of the Judgment energy as well is somebody who is seeking reconciliation, but is wanting forgiveness. And I feel that could be my divine masculines, because I do tap into divine masculine energy from that fear card, as well as for this return card right here. I feel it's my divine masculines who are wanting to come back or are wanting a reunion with a divine feminine. But some of my divine feminines may have refocused and walked away and severed ties here, or just not wanting to engage and talk right now. But there is definitely a wake-up call that's trying to grab your attention, Scorpio, whenever that judgment card is represented in a reading. It is time to evaluate the past. Where have you been? If where you've been was rocky, and if it was turbulent, and if it was chaotic and traumatic, then you need to look forward towards the future so that you can plan ahead and avoid those pitfalls and repeating patterns that created havoc in your life and in your relationships. It's also a need for forgiveness, acceptance, and healing to happen in order for the two of you to move forward. That as well is a part of the Judgment card. So a whole lot of changes need to happen here so that you guys end up not repeating those destructive patterns that overwhelmed your relationship and brought you guys into separation. Take your time in making those decisions, especially in reaching out, manifesting a reunion, a reconciliation. It's got to happen when it's the right time. But things are ultimately going to get better. That's what I'm feeling from that Judgment card. But honesty needs to happen. There can't be any more lies. You know, be honest and trust what you know to be the truth. That's a part of that energy of that Judgment card. The truth, honesty. Bury the past and start over. This does indicate a new beginning here, Scorpio, for you and this person. Some of you guys are dealing with that Five of Swords energy. That is mind games and control. Swords energy is air. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Part of that Five of Swords as well might have something to do with the person that was lying and being deceptive and dishonest, wanting to control the other person. And that could be contributing to this victim card, as well as this devil-bound energy could be contributing to that as well. But I feel that that's a temporary phase and cycle. This is the next card coming forward. That is the Six of Swords. So it does indicate tranquility ahead. Things are going to improve and get better and smooth out. So those are two swords right next to each other. Both air signs. Both indicative of air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But there's definitely a transition that's happening here with that Six of Swords. It's a rite of passage, but there is growth that is indicated by that. We've got the Knight of Pentacles coming next with steady progress. Pentacles is earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus for some of you. So yeah, there is progress that is being made here. It might not be so prominent on the surface, and it might be so slow going that it's crawling, that you are barely seeing this progress, but it is steady and it's progressive. So just wait for things to start surfacing to where you can actually see those changes that have been implemented from this person that you're focused on for this reading, Scorpio. It's going to take time, but I feel they might actually come through for you. Got the Hierophant coming forward next. Spiritual advisement. If you look at this photo, you know, I see an engagement ring there. It's representing commitment between two people coming back together. Some of you guys may have been engaged even prior to separation, and that's being represented here as well. Also, the Hierophant is tapping into more earth energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus again. This is a new way of thinking, new opportunities. It's two people who meet and discover who they truly are. Perhaps you guys lost touch of who you are to each other. And it's time to re-explore that by a reconnection here, which is certainly possible. It's possible. We also have the Eight of Cups being represented here as well. So somebody definitely walked away and left something behind. You know, you guys are in separation for a reason. That is a part of that Eight of Cups energy. Cups is water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel it's my divine feminines who walked away and left the divine masculine behind, and it's up to the divine masculine here to pick up the pieces and create movement and that transition to be able to convince the divine feminine that growth is possible and that a reconciliation is possible here, because ultimately the divine masculine, I feel, wants the divine feminine back. I really feel that. We've got the Six of Pentacles coming through as well. More earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is coming forward with equality. Equal exchange of energy and desire to manifest a reconciliation here between you and this person, Scorpio. You guys have to meet each other halfway in order for this to work. There has to be compromise here, I feel. You want to be able to share your life with this person, Scorpio. That might be a part of the decision that needs to be made here. That it took separation for either you, Scorpio, or the person that you are in separation from to finally get it. It's like, I want this person in my life. I don't want us to be in separation anymore. The next card is the Seven of Swords. Deception and strategy. And I feel part of that deception has to do with these lies that somebody was telling. But they do regret it. It could be my divine masculine who regrets it. Because I feel here for my divine masculines, they're coming forward with this fear vibration. You know, almost what I'm feeling from that is somebody might be afraid to apologize. Somebody might be afraid to make a decision, possibly afraid to be rejected by the other person. There's fear here from this person, but the desire to manifest a reconciliation is here as well. So some of you guys dealt with third-party situations, karmic partnerships, deception, manipulation, somebody who is being dishonest here. But they are coming forward saying, I regret lying to you. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some romance. Angels, Scorpio, let's see what else we can pick up for this reading. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What else do we need to know for the second half of December? What else do we need to know, please, at this time? What else needs to come forward? Give your relationship a chance. Exactly. Work on your partnership. The love is still here. You guys could either be twin flames or soulmates, as indicated by this card. It doesn't really matter what type of connection it is, but what I am feeling here is that even though you guys are in separation, the love didn't go anywhere. The love has always been here. You have to meet each other halfway in order to work on this partnership. And I feel you guys can do it. We've got children coming through here. Some of you guys had families, children certainly, or you may have had children from previous relationships, which could have created a blended family for some of you. Your love life is being affected by children. Children can be adult children as well. It doesn't have to be minor children. Worth waiting for, guys. It might take some time for this to come back to you, but it's worth waiting for. It is worth working on the partnership. This person is either your twin flame or your soulmate. And that's why you're still longing for them. That's why you still feel drawn to this person, because you're yearning for their presence still. You both are. We've got the wedding card coming through. The situation involves marriage. Some of you guys may have already been married to this person that you're in separation from, this individual. Lies may have played a part in the separation. Deception, certainly. Third-party situations and karmic partners. But I feel the love has always been there. And part of this energy as well from this wedding card could be, after you guys reconcile, you can actually move to the next cycle of this connection. Okay, that's the next phase, is to take your relationship towards marriage, towards building a future together, towards building a family together. That's what's coming through here. We've got religious factors coming through as well. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, if that's something that you relate to. I do feel that you are spiritually connected to this individual, and that's why, again, you feel so drawn to them. And it leaves this gap, this void in your heart when you're not with this person. And that, again, goes back to this longing, secretly yearning for this person, or you both are longing for each other. We've got the retreat card coming through here. Part of that retreat energy could be, for those of you resonating with the fact that you're already married to this individual and you guys are in separation, part of this retreat energy is that you want to just reconnect and spend time alone with your person without any outside influences or third-party situations. You want to just work on your partnership. And for others, this represents backing away or walking away from a connection. Somebody that you could have built a future with. But for now, some of you guys, especially my divine feminines, I feel, have chosen to retreat and walk away. But in time, we've got divine timing at play here. I do feel in time there will be a reconnection and a reconciliation here for those of you who are wanting that. And here we are with engagement. I'm telling you, some of you guys might have a proposal that's coming your way. We are in the holiday season. Perfect time for a proposal, right? Very romantic. So who knows? That might be coming in for some of you guys the second half of the month. Forgiving and learning has to happen here in order for you both to move forward and start the next chapter of your lives together, so that you're not holding on to any negative baggage from the past. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present as well as your future moments together. But for now, this is where you guys are at, and it's reconfirming it here. Separation. So yeah, you are not with the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Scorpio. There is a separation that is being indicated here. No doubt about it. That's the second time it has appeared in this reading. So that's double confirmation that you guys are not together at this time. But they are worth waiting for. You are worth waiting for. Somebody wants reconciliation here. You guys might actually both want reconciliation. when the time is right. I feel for some of you, it's not the right time. And for those of you who are not interested in a reconciliation, I feel you're actually okay going your own way and finding and refocus your life in a different direction or towards somebody else. Because part of that Eight of Cups energy is somebody has walked away and has left this whole situation behind. So however way that's resonating for you. All right, guys, let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What else can you tell us for the second half of December? Trust. Let me grab this bottom message. Okay, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And part of the reason why that is because you're not so focused on a particular outcome, and that allows the universe to work on your behalf to create movement where it is needed. And trust, I feel for some of you, has been broken because somebody was lying and being dishonest and deceptive. So trust has to be restored, and that is going to take some time. The other card is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Sometimes when people go into separation, you kind of have to start from square one. You know, you guys started off as friends. Sometimes you need to reconnect as friends in order to kind of grow from there and re-explore starting over and re-exploring things from a romantic aspect. So that this, I feel, is coming through for those of you who need to hit that reset button and just start from scratch in regard to this connection. All right, so let's grab some Unspoken messages here. This is the Volume 2 deck by Fire Witch Tarot. So this person that you are in separation from, Scorpio, if they could express themselves at this time, what would they want to say to you? This could also be a part of your energies and whatever it is that you've been wanting to say to them. So whoever it is that you're focused on, let's take a look and see who needs to speak up here. Is it you, Scorpio? Is it your person that you're thinking about for this reading? So let's grab a few of them, and whichever one you happen to resonate with, let's see what comes forward. I keep my distance because I'm scared. Exactly. They're telling you here they are afraid, and that's why they're not coming forward at this time. This just confirmed it for you, Scorpio. That's why you haven't heard from this person. They're still trying to process their fear and deal with that in order to finally create movement and finally make a decision to come towards you. So just give them a little bit more time. The next card here. It excites me when it shows how much you miss me. So clearly they're seeing that you miss them. This could be on social media. I'm feeling for some of you guys, they're seeing in some way, shape, or form that you miss them. This could be reversed as well. That you're seeing that they miss you. Next message. This is very interesting. Slowly discovering the puzzle pieces of your secret dark side. Because somebody is in this dark night of the soul energy. That I feel is my divine masculine. So maybe my divine feminine is slowly understanding where the divine masculine is coming from. Next message. An apology. I'm sorry I snapped at you. Please forgive me. whoever is resonating with that. Next card. I have codependency issues. That could be tied in with this victim energy, as well as, if I can find it, this bound energy, which is very much in tune with the Devil card in traditional tarot. They're coming forward saying, I have codependency issues. Let's grab one more. I understand what you need without you having to say it. You know, that kind of vibration where you guys finish each other's sentences. You're very much in tune with each other. I mean, you guys are connecting in the fifth dimension still. The love is still there. Let's grab one more here. Bottom of the deck. Look at that. I fantasize about you constantly. This could be them, this could be you, this could be both of you, because I feel you're both longing for each other, despite the distance, despite the separation, still fantasizing about each other. That is still happening here. Wow, guys. All right, let's go ahead and grab some messages from the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. This is by Mystic Moon. Let's see what we can add to this. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. What else do we need to know for the second half of December? For Scorpio. Let's take a look and see some additional messages that need to be communicated here. Clearly, you guys are still thinking about each other. You're missing each other. You're longing for each other. I have somebody, more than likely a divine masculine, who is still scared to reach out and communicate, but I feel in time it's gonna happen. We've got Shark coming through here. Survival. Some of you guys are just taking it day to day, just trying to survive life, trying to survive the day, trying to survive the direction that your life is going. Remember, you're going through some cycles at this time. Whatever those cycles are bringing towards you at this time, it's going to phase out. If you're going through a difficult period in your life, I feel it's just a matter of time before that cycle comes to an end and life brings you something better. The sun always comes out. And look at this next card. It's so fitting. Here's your rainbow. A renewal. Things will smooth out. Things are ultimately going to improve in your life and in your love life, Scorpio. I can feel it. And remember, you've got the Six of Swords coming through here. It does say tranquility ahead. And you've got that beautiful rainbow. A renewal. For some of you, that renewal is a reconciliation with your person. Either a twin flame or soulmate bond is being represented in this reading. All right, guys. So let's close out this reading with some healing messages for you, Scorpio. So angels and spirit guides, please. For Scorpio for the second half of December. All right, guys, let's take a look and see some final thoughts, some healing messages. Okay, meditation, bottom of the deck is new beginnings, and I'm guided to pull this next card of abundance for you. Sometimes when life is a little bit crazy and chaotic, sometimes you just need to go within and refocus and still your mind, quiet your mind, and just meditate on what it is that you are wanting to manifest. We've got new beginnings being represented here for you. You can start over, start fresh, either moving on your own, moving on to a new chapter of your life with somebody else, or creating this new beginning with the one that you want to be with. You've got abundant energy that's coming in for you as well. And I do feel part of this abundance is going to carry forward into 2020. I do feel that for you, Scorpio. So it's a beautiful energy that is coming through here to end this reading for you, and I love it. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to end this. Whatever part of this reading resonated with you, I do hope that it helped you somehow. I will be back real soon, guys, with more readings for you. But in the meantime, if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I will be back soon with a lot more readings for you guys, so stay tuned. Take care, Scorpio. See you next time.